my confident and generous Leo friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Leo, as this week opens, there's an almost silent tension humming beneath your usual confidence. You feel it in the pause before you speak, in the careful way you choose your words, in the subtle tightening between your shoulders. You've been carrying a private sense of wanting to get it right, perhaps more than you'd admit aloud. It isn't doubt, not really. It's a seriousness, a quiet recognition that the things you're building now matter. There's pride in your craft, in the way you show up, but there's also a restlessness. Part of you wonders if anyone sees the hours you put in when no one is looking. There's a longing for your efforts to land, for the quiet work to be felt and valued. You might notice a pressure to prove yourself, not in loud gestures but in the fine details, the way you measure twice before you cut, the way you replay conversations in your mind. This isn't about perfectionism so much as it is about respect, for yourself and for the work at hand. Yet, beneath all this a question stirs. Will patience be enough, or is it time to move? The air is thick with anticipation, a sense of waiting for some sign that your private labors are about to become visible, meaningful, real. The 8 of Pentacles weaves itself into your week with the steady rhythm of repeated effort. You're not just going through the motions. Every small task you take on right now holds weight. Maybe you're refining a skill or tending to relationships with a renewed sense of responsibility. There's a craftsman's focus to your energy. Each day you return to the workbench, literal or metaphorical, driven by a blend of pride and necessity. Others might only see the final product, but you are acutely aware of every step along the way. There's a humility to this devotion, a willingness to be shaped as much as to shape. Sometimes the repetition feels soothing, a reminder that growth isn't always dramatic, yet there are moments when you wonder if you're missing out, if while you're focused on refining the world is moving on without you. There's a subtle ache tied to this. The repetition brings comfort but also a low hum of impatience. You catch yourself looking for signs of progress, a word of recognition, a small breakthrough, something to show that your investment is paying off. In quiet hours, you might even question your pace, wondering if you should be pushing harder or shifting course entirely. Still, something within you trusts the process, even as you long for more visible results. There's a tension between honoring what you've built and yearning for the next thing. The inner posture is one of commitment, but also of readiness, a sense that you're gathering yourself, preparing for a moment when all this careful work will matter beyond the boundaries of your own awareness. It's from this place, the focused labor, the careful attention, that the next movement emerges. The inner state you carry, that blend of patience and restless anticipation, doesn't stay contained. The energy you invest in the quiet hours has a way of building, accumulating like pressure behind a dam. It's only natural then that you begin to feel a shift. The patience you've cultivated starts to strain at the edges. The desire for your work to take flight, for your efforts to meet the world, becomes impossible to ignore. What was once gentle repetition now feels like a coiled spring, ready to release. This is the moment when the path ahead starts to gather momentum, shaped by the very care and tension you've held within. The 8 of Wands arrives in your story with a sudden rush, the feeling of doors opening all at once. After so much careful preparation, events begin to accelerate. You may notice that conversations pick up speed, opportunities appear, and the world seems to respond more quickly to your intentions. There's a sense of things moving forward, sometimes at a pace that feels exhilarating, sometimes almost overwhelming. The pressures are real. They come in the form of deadlines, quick decisions, or unexpected shifts. What was once a slow and steady process now feels urgent. The friction you sense isn't just external, it's within you too. The very patience you cultivated becomes a source of both strength and unease. There's a thrill in being swept up by events, yet a part of you wonders if you're truly ready. You might catch yourself moving faster than you're comfortable with, trying to keep up with new demands or shifting expectations. Yet this movement isn't random. It's born from everything you put in place during quieter times. The sudden momentum can leave you breathless, but it's also energizing. Each action you take seems to echo, creating ripples that carry you further than you expected. The friction is a sign that you're in motion, that what you've nurtured in solitude is now meeting the world with real force. Still, amidst the rush, you're called to stay anchored in your original intention. The pressures are intense, but they are also a testament to your readiness. The world is responding to your quiet labor, testing whether you can move with the current rather than against it. Potential in this moment isn't something that simply arrives. It lives in your willingness to meet the movement consciously, to recognize that the acceleration you feel isn't just happening to you, it's happening for you because of you. The week asks whether you'll lean into the momentum or resist it, whether you'll trust what you've built enough to let it expand beyond your own hands. This isn't about waiting for some perfect opportunity to fall into your lap. It's about engaging fully, letting the energy you've cultivated become the foundation for something new. The promise of growth only comes alive through your active presence, your willingness to say yes to the unfolding. The Ace of Pentacles stands at the edge of your week like a freshly prepared field, waiting for the first seed. There is an invitation here, not a guarantee, but a genuine chance for something real to take root. All the effort, the patience, and the momentum have led to this open space, this moment when a tangible beginning becomes possible. You might notice small openings, a conversation that hints at new collaboration, an unexpected offer, or even a personal realization about what matters most. The invitation isn't loud. It comes quietly, as a gentle nudge to recognize the value of what you've already created. Growth, in this sense, is about accepting that your work, your focus, and your readiness have set the stage for something meaningful to emerge. There's no need to chase or force it. Instead, you're asked to witness the way your presence creates space for newness. This is the kind of potential that feels grounded, practical, and unmistakably real. It's not about a sudden windfall or dramatic change. It's about noticing the small ways your life is ready to expand and allowing yourself to receive what comes with open hands and steady heart. Looking back over this week, the story is one of movement from patience to momentum to possibility. The Eight of Pentacles honored your devotion to the work, the hours spent refining, the pride in doing things well. The Eight of Wands brought the rush of events, the pressures and excitement that come when the world finally notices your effort and responds in kind. The Ace of Pentacles offered a quiet but powerful invitation to let all that energy, all that motion, become something lasting, something you can touch and feel. There is reassurance in knowing that nothing was wasted. Every careful step, every moment of waiting has contributed to the shape of this week. Even if not everything unfolds as you hope, there is a sense of rightness in the process itself. The calm that follows is not the stillness of inactivity, but the peace of knowing you met the moment honestly. You respected both your own rhythm and the world's call to action. Through this you find resolution, not in the outcome, but in the way you showed up again and again, with care, readiness, and heart. Actionable insights for Leo this week. Let yourself try moving at the pace that feels most natural, even if it changes midweek. Consider pausing for a moment to notice how your efforts land before rushing on to the next thing. If something new wants to begin, you could allow yourself to be gently curious about it, even if you're not sure where it leads. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor the care I bring to my days. Momentum rises in me steady and true. I meet change without rushing or holding back. I trust what I have built and welcome what is next. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.